what's your plan for next time then when you get on a canoe, and hopefully try not to tip over?
I think the plan is
Don't fall in,
probably
or
not to bother. No, I ain't gonna bother that again. No,
so
no.
so anyone out there that
Toby,
is worried about tipping over and
talking
falling out,
fun
say
with
don't
Bruce.
about your
But,
Pints in hand, they start to chat. Laughter fills the room like that. Laughs on tap. It's our
Right, welcome back to Laughs on Tap. With
uh,
me, Sam. With me, Sam.
Danny.
Yeah. So today, as if you can't tell, we're both clearly dressed like we're going on summer holiday. Um,
Definitely. I can't go on holiday with a handicap. You know, to get the blooming sun in my eyes. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
well, yeah. So today we're going to try something different. We have a new segment which was suggested by our cousin Ben. So thank you if you're
Here,
watching.
where's our Toby then?
He's off in Oz. He's on his own holiday at the moment, so he just flew in. Although he had
I,
10 minutes to change in Doha.
I tell you honestly, these youngins, uh, it,
What?
well, it often, I don't know, distance ain't nothing, is it? One side of the world 1 minute, t'other side of the world, it's bloody crazy.
I don't
But
think
they're
anyone heard
tale,
what you said there.
I don't
I
know.
don't think you knew what you said either. But
What,
so
what,
anyway, with the
keeps on about youngins.
I was just I was it was that was a political reference. Anyway, I'm talking about yeah, with summer holidays. Have you heard what's happening with my flights home?
You know what?
So I'm going over there in December to see the family, and on our
Look at
flight
one.
back, I've now got a 36-hour flight.
Nice one.
Yeah, so I'm now going through So I had two options. I was either going through Vancouver or America. They were both about 35, 36 hours, and I went, what's the age limit again in America? 21. And I was going to be flying back the day before my birthday, so I went, "Oh bugger it, go Vancouver because it's only 19 there." So I can
Bloody,
now drink whiskey on the plane, so that's all right.
quite right too.
Exactly. But
Uh, uh,
have you had any sort of holiday nightmares? Not recently, I know, but
no, not really. We've been a lot of places, mind. A lot of places. It, do you know what? Do you know what? We ain't had any. I gotta say, we ain't had any bad holidays. There was one in Rome though. That's the only one that's sort of sticking in my mind. In Rome, I said I was driving. And I said to my missus, I said, I ain't driving in Rome. I said, I don't care what, and I ain't driving. I drove all. I've been all over the bloody world driving, but Rome, I said no. Well, as per normal, when I just say no, it don't really register. And I finished up right in the middle. Honestly, right in the middle of Rome. We're going down this road, this street. Cars parked both sides, right in the middle and the station, we're at bus station, railway station, all together,
I
I
don't
think,
know, do I?
right in the middle. And I were 50 yards away from there. Now you couldn't get more middle than that, can you? And when I went to turn into this archway on me right, and there were a bloody car parked in there. And so I done what they do in Rome, like hang on the horn, and I did. I just hung on the horn because all these cars were up behind us, and I went well. Eventually, this bloke come out and got in the car, and I went in through this arch. Well, it turns out this hotel. Well, I don't know where it is. I suppose a hotel, room only job. And this room, I tell you what, weren't no bigger than a table. It, I never,
It's the size of this is a pool table we're sat on at the moment, so
but
that's the reference of
you
size.
know, he ain't full size, admittedly. Yeah, it's more like a full size table, like. And God, I tell you what, that were tight, and bloody noise going on outside down in the alleyway, the alleyway to the bottom. Bloody noise going on there all night long. Anyway, but that were about the worst I think we've had. I don't think we've had a bad holiday. They've all been amazing, mind.
I've
expensive.
heard some.
I don't know where the money come from. Expensive, but not for what you got. The value of these holidays, I tell you what, is some poor sod ain't earning nothing. They ain't earning nothing. It and too cheap. But there it is. That's what it is all about. Holidays is good. I ain't been on one for a day or two, and I ought to go. I got to go.
Well, you're planning on doing Malta at some point, aren't you?
I'd like to go back to Malta. I like Malta. We got some lovely Maltese friends, and they're lovely. And it's amazing. I've learned that I went over to Gozo, or we went over to Gozo, and I can't believe what we didn't see. There's masses over there to see. It's if you look, at least got to look, mine hasn't. But there it is. It yeah, I like Malta.
But do you remember? I don't know if you remember our story. So when we went to Malta on one occasion. It was
Yeah,
it was a very interesting one.
yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Right, we'll tell you another one out of this as well.
Oh
It's,
yeah, well that is that's another one more recent. But this Maltese holiday, it was my passport had was going to go out of date before we got back. So what we ended up doing was my dad's pretty clever with all that, quite clearly, and he went to we basically booked a separate flight, me and my dad, and we then was saying we're going to get back a day before my passport expired, and then once we got to Malta, we then went to the embassy to get an emergency extension. So we kind of cheated the system a little bit, and my mum and my brother had to fly separately in the end. But yeah, that was a nightmare. I must admit, I can't lie. But yeah, and then the most recent one. Do you want
go
to
on.
tell this, or you want me to?
Well, I ain't too good in the mornings. But I didn't worry too much because they were off. They were off and on a lovely holiday. And where do you go?
That was Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Yeah, recently. Yeah,
And 5 o'clock in the morning,
4:30 actually.
4:30.
Yeah,
Well, there you are.
I couldn't believe you answered the phone. To be
4:30 in the
honest.
morning. It just so happened that I had my phone next to my Euro on the cabinet next to my Euro, and and he went off, and I thought, what the bloody hell's it noise? Anyway, for the phone, and I so I answered, and I who the hell's ringing out this time of day? Anyway, who were it? Who were it? Your mum, weren't it?
There was I.
Oh, to you.
Yeah, well, Dad called you first, and
Uh-huh.
then I went. And then he hung up, going, "Oh, he's never going to wake up." And I said, "Well, there's no harm in trying." So I called you back, and then yeah, you answered within like 3 rings. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, the Yorsi. And anyway, guess what? They had a problem. They were down in the airport at,
Bristol, yeah,
at Bristol
it's about an
Airport,
hour drive from
hours
us.
drive, and they couldn't find the bag that their passports were in. Now that's all for them. Just believe that. Anyway, it turned out I had to come up here, their house, which is only all right, it's only up the road, I know. But it took like nigh on a half hour to find the flipping to unlock the blooming door to get in the house to get the bag. Because my son-in-law is so conscious of security, you wouldn't believe. I can't go into it all because it'd take like too long. But I took like nigh on a half hour to get the blasted key to put the unlock, like go in. Yeah, the bag is up on the landing. Right, okay, so it goes up on the landing. No, we ain't. No, we weren't. No, the first bag were down in the entrance hall. No, we weren't. Well, have a look up on that. So it goes upstairs, and sure enough, there were a bag on the floor and on the landing. And what I do? Jumps in the car. Oh, you were going
But
like clappers.
hang on a second though, you forgot to say you trying to open that bag to see if the passports were in there took you bugger knows how long anyway. Apparently you were stood there for about 10 minutes just trying to unzip the bag to see if the passports were in there.
Quite right too. He never had a combination lock on him, but it could have done. Quite right too. And anyway, in the car, off we went with Meg, my dog. You see my Meg?
Hello.
I must. She's not.
She's led on the
I'm too close to
beanbags.
this here table to put her on my lap, but in the pub she'd sit on my lap, on the stools, like, you know. Anyway, and I hammered off down to Bristol flipping airport. I'd ate that place. At
Well, luckily it was before like any traffic though.
Yeah, there weren't no traffic.
Yeah.
Because I were doing 60 and 70, might have touched 80 at times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
were on the speed limit.
but
Always.
I should never admit that in court, mate. At yeah. Anyway,
You did somehow make the trip from an hour to 45 minutes, so I don't know how you managed to do that.
well, I did. Anyway, so gets her. Sure enough, Toby were waiting, and I chucked the bag at him, and off he went. Well, just to go in there, flipping car park to drop people off, you got 10 minutes, right? Now, normally I'd go down there with two ladies who went too steady on their bit, like, you know, and I take all 10 minutes to do it. But then not only that, it's got 10 minutes, but when you come out, you can't get out the damn place till they give them £6. 6 bloody quid for 10 minutes. Anyway,
We paid you back for that though, yeah?
Hey,
We paid you back for that, didn't we?
I don't know. I ain't worried about that. Oh, my missus were worried about it though. She got that down on what I owe her. It's never
Well,
mind.
yeah, we ain't getting to
That's
that.
another story. It's yeah. I don't like Bristol Airport, but one of my neighbours' son-in-laws, lovely lad. At he works down there on the security, but more in the looking for drugs and stuff like that. And he said the airport couldn't exist without all the car park charges. Well, that to me says, well, the airport shouldn't be there, and everybody's getting it all too cheap because they're not running an airport; they're running a car park. So something ought to change, and that will sort out a lot of this world pollution and whatnot with all these aeroplanes and that. If you take a few of the aeroplanes out the sky, that now, but there it is. Anyway, that's what happened with
Yeah,
him.
that's the story. But you
Ah,
did get rewarded with some lovely two
oh, he
bottles of
did too.
Jameson's.
I tell you what, will I do that one day?
Yeah, so I'm hoping our next episode is going to be a
Ah,
whiskey episode.
oh,
So bring
oh,
that along,
ah,
and then we'll do a bit of whiskey tasting
ah,
with some different whiskies. If you got
definitely.
any suggestions for whiskies, let us know.
Well, I got some lovely ones that my son bought me. And they all got to be drunk different. Now, what you don't know what that mean, because when I'd drink them, I don't know these drink different, but
Well, yeah, but yeah,
we'll have a look at that.
I was
We'll have a
about
look
to
at
say
that.
we'll
Yeah.
have to do some research and find out what's the best water
Tr-
to add and
tr-
things like that. You're supposed to do that, aren't you? And pipettes of water and that's
yeah. The
fancy,
old
but
days of the old boys having a whiskey, they're in a jug of water. Well, that ain't no good. That ain't no good at all. These only got to put a little drop in. It,
right. Let's go back.
anyway,
Let's go back to holidays. I want to do.
holidays. No, no, I ain't got no. We ain't got no bodies. I tell you what, we did go to Yugoslavia. Well, were Yugoslavia just before the war broke out there. Terrible. Um, and that was beautiful. No problem at all. We were in it. We were Lake Bled, and you know what? We walked. Your mum was Adam there? I can't remember. Adam were there. Anyway. And we walked all around Lake Bled one evening, and it was beautiful. And every sort of 100 yards or whatever, however far, we just jump into the lake. Oh, it was glorious. So we got no complaints about that, apart from the terrible. I started to die then. We were in hospital then for 9 weeks, and I were dying then.
Well, you're
But
still with us.
I cried about it. I remember crying about that war. The old beautiful country, and they had well, the rest of the world's the same. Hopefully we ain't, but we'll see.
Well, should we go back to the comedy? And that's about.
Go on then.
So we've got I've got a little bit of a game. I said cousin Ben recommended this to us, so thank you if you're listening. We're going to do some Agony aunt.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
Danny's Agony aunt. We might, I don't know, do a bit of an intro to it. I'm not
I
sure
bent
yet.
no blooming good at that, huh?
Well, let's see. I'm liking to think this might be a bit of an interesting one. I've picked some out from the Tinternet. So for next,
You know, Tinter.
yeah, there are some interesting ones. I'm
Well, they ain't come
hoping.
up with no decent women for I yet.
Well, yeah, but that was last episode. We're on holidays
I
now,
know, no,
so
I know. I'd
uh,
like to go on holiday with one of them.
well, not yet. We'll get you there at one
All right,
point, but
all right.
right. So basically, I've got two sort of agony aunt. Basically, if you don't know how agony aunt works, it's basically just a bit of a story slash letter saying how do we fix a certain problem. So I've got two here. Next episode, let us know. I'm hoping it should be whiskey. So if you've got any agony aunt stories about drinking, that would be great. Let us know.
Ooh,
I'm
don't be
sure
good
you've
talking
probably
to
got
I
some of
about
them.
that. Don't need talk to I about that.
I'm
Ooh,
sure I've got some of them, to be honest,
ooh.
but that's for next episode. So this episode, I've got two. Do you want to hear it?
Ooh, it's way better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of part of it. So
Otherwise, what we going to do?
we'll sit here
Ah,
in silence for next
ah.
sort of 10 minutes. We can.
Well,
Okay.
whatever. I don't care.
Right. We'll
I got
do.
nothing else to do, anyway.
No, you don't. But well, we might get another coffee in a minute.
Have you got nothing to
It's
do?
supposed to be alcohol on Laughs on Tap, but anyway,
All right.
it's too
Well, we can
early
put a
for
drop
that.
of that in it.
Yeah,
Uh,
we could have an Irish one, Irish coffee.
We'll have the one at you.
Yeah, that's all
Don't
right.
worry about the cream and all that.
No, it's too
You ain't
expensive.
had one of them, have you?
Yeah, went to Dublin and did that.
Did them?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we got some of them.
But
It wasn't my favourite, but
these youngins can't. They don't know what I mean on that. But we used to have a beautiful, lovely cream head on it.
no, yeah,
Oh.
no,
No,
I
I
have
ain't
had
talking.
one of
I
them.
ain't talking about the black stuff, mind. I'm on about whiskey
No,
and
yeah,
coffee.
I had one of them.
Ah.
It wasn't my favourite, to be honest.
Well,
I'd
you
rather
did.
just straight whiskey, but
Ah,
right, let's get on to Agony Aunt. Right,
ah,
are you ready?
ah.
So here is
You
an
don't need to make
adventure.
that too difficult, be?
Well, I don't know. You have to find
Oh,
out.
flipping hell.
Right, here we go. I signed up for a relaxing canoe trip on my holiday, but my canoe tipped over and I lost my paddle downstream. I had to float back to shore using my sun hat as a makeshift oar. How do I enjoy adventure activities without them turning into ridiculous misadventures?
Hey, really what?
Basically, how do you not tip over a canoe boat? And the reason why I wanted to do this one is because I know you have tipped over in a
Well,
canoe boat
I,
many a time.
I ain't the right one to ask. Is it? Be I? You've been tipped out the damn things. I don't know how many times. Hey, well, no.
So from your experience of getting often tipped into
My
the river,
experiences. Right, I'll tell you my experiences. Now, it is I that should be talking to the agony aunt, not me. No. And anyway, well, we were in we were in two canoes for it were Maria, your mum, and dad, I think. Must have been. It wouldn't be nobody else. And we were on a canal in Bradford and Avon, and we were all right. We were lovely, and I and my missus were in t'other canoe. And anyway, we've come back to the what's it called, the boathouse, and used to be the gongoozler. Where the bloody else get a word like that from?
Gongoozler.
Used to be gongoozler.
Right.
Something to do. I think it's something to do with the water, like. Anyway, so this little jetty there, right, and Maria they goes up to it, lovely. They gets out their canoe and fine. So I on the back end, I were heading for it, but my missus on the front end, she thought she'd go over there, and there was a sloping brick wall or whatever he's called, anyway.
Yeah.
And what she do? She turns round and she got to there and she jumped out. Well, of course, when she jumped, that meant she put a lot of pressure on the bottom of the canoe. The canoe shot down. She shot off to the bank there, and when she shot up, the front of the canoe comes straight up and tip goes straight out the back.
Oh. And then you
And
said
I
you felt
and
eels then, there, didn't you?
and this area was full of all that crap that you get in dead areas. And I went in, I went straight down. Before I come back up, of course, the canal wasn't too deep, but I come pop back up, and I still have my glasses on. And these people had seen it who were all there drinking and what. And I must have been on about 20 or 30 cameras.
So you
But
never know, you might be famous already.
that I have to say that were I did laugh though. I
Yeah.
did laugh, spitting the crap out my mouth, but I did laugh, and as everybody else did. Anyway, and then I had another venture on canoes. I ain't too good at canoes. It's and I had another venture, and that were cold bloody cold, wasn't it? Oh, were you there? No.
Oh, I can't remember, to be honest.
No,
But I do
well,
know quite a few of your stories, though.
well, we were at what's down the bottom of anyway, don't matter. We were on again the canal, same canal, but a lot further along. Libley Stoke, and similar thing, very similar thing. Coming in, we all right going. I can get in the canoes all right. Well, I could. I don't know where I can now, boy. But
Still weigh it down.
It's all right with either things stuck out. Oh, that's another one we've done, doesn't it?
Oh,
A
well, yeah, let's
canoe.
keep it a bit
Oh,
reasonably short.
uh,
I've got another thing to say.
anyway, on this occasion, my son was in the front of the canoe. Now I'm going to change positions the next time I go in the canoe. My son were in the front. And a darn similar, very similar thing happened. He jumped out onto the bank, and as he jumped, the canoe went sort of sideways, like as it would, because he jumped that way, and he went sideways like that. And what happened? I sort of went sideways as well. I went straight in the drink again, but the water were a bit cleaner, and
See how nice swim, did you?
but they were cold. It were bitter cold, and I was soaked to the skin. And across the other side of the road, because it's right by the road, well, across the other side of the road was a little cafe. And, well, right, we go there, like, and, do you know, well, I don't know, I don't know what they thought, but they didn't, never helped us much. And I had a cup of coffee and that with that, but I was there dripping in bloody water, no, dripping in water. Water. Put a tea in there. We don't put teas in nothing. I put tea in me water
your cup.
in my cup. But so there it is.
Right. Well, so
I have got another, but
yeah.
that's
Can we
different
go
story.
back to the actual question then? So what's your plan for next time then when you get on a canoe, and hopefully try not to tip over?
I think the plan is
Don't fall
probably
in. Or...
not to bother. No, I ain't gonna bother that again. No,
So,
no.
So anyone out there that is worried about tipping over in a canoe, just say don't do it. Then is that your
But
advice?
basically, don't do it. No, no. I mean, mind you, I don't know what it is. I'd like to do one of the rapids, and I were gonna Africa once.
Have you never done one?
I didn't done it. Oh yeah, I did. I done a rapid in, but that's a man-made one. Where were that to?
Or was that Works do?
Yeah, what were that?
That I can't remember.
Cardiff or something like that.
Yeah, we've got a big man-made one around here somewhere.
Yeah, I done that. Mind you, I come off of it as well. I did. At the end of it, I come off of it. Well, they tried it, mine. They tried to get us off. Yeah, I went. We're on the back again. Anyway,
it's a running theme here, isn't there? But right,
it's funnier for us because I can see it. Say sorry about that. Yeah, go on.
Right, should we go on to the next one?
Well, all right.
So your advice for canoe goers is just don't do it. Yeah.
No, don't do it.
See, that's a very long-winded explanation of all of.
Well, you
stories.
see them on YouTube all the time, don't you? These lovely slim ladies getting in these canoes, and we
done people, isn't it?
We do. Okay, we done that in Turkey. Now, another one we done on canoes.
Okay.
Your mother, no, not your mother.
And
Your
you fell
grandma.
in again, is that
Your
it?
grandma. No, forget that. No, forget that.
Right. Next one then.
Ah,
Right. Here it is. Here it goes.
right.
I was enjoying a beautiful day at the beach, all set up with my snacks and a good book.
Lovely.
Suddenly, a flock of seagulls swooped in
Oh,
and snatched my sandwich right out of my hand.
ah,
They then proceeded to have a noisy feast with all the other snacks I brought. It
yeah,
was chaotic and a
yeah,
bit terrifying.
yeah.
How can I keep my beach picnic safe from these feathered thieves in the future?
Take a gun and shoot
People. No, birds.
the sweet little birdies.
Uh,
No,
so that's illegal. So we'll
is
don't do
it?
that. Yeah.
I suppose they be. I bet they. Oh, you're. Oh, hang on, my legs has gone dead now.
Do you want to stand up?
What am I saying? No, hang on. Anyway, yeah. Well, I got a funny story about that.
Right. Well, one more because we're getting towards the end of
Right,
the episode.
right,
So
right, right. We were in Newquay or somewhere like that with mother and father-in-law, and Angela goes over the road. We want the ice creams, great. So she goes over the road and gets 3 ice creams
yeah,
because Angela didn't want one.
this year your part. Well,
What?
ex-wife.
Angela's my. Well, I'm still married, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Separated.
we've separated. Yeah, she's all right. She's happy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but just
I
context. That's who it is.
I bent because I'm so that's what I'm looking for.
Carry on.
Anyway, here she comes across the road with 3 beautiful ice creams, and how he done it, I don't know. But this seagull swooped down and took all 3 tops ice cream, not the cones, straight out of the top.
That's impressive. That.
Blooming impressive. And she stood in the middle of the road, just gobsmacked. Well, she might have been gobsmacked as well, thinking about it with his wings. But and with 3 cones. Now, how in the hell did that the bird take 3 lovely, great big ice creams out of them cones in one gollop?
Don't know. Did you get another one though?
I don't know. I can't remember. I was too shocked. Well, we were all shocked. Couldn't believe it.
We're getting close to the end now.
All
So
right, sorry.
no. We'll talk about more stories next time, I'm sure. But so what would be your suggestion with these seagulls?
Well, shoot them.
Wait, you can't shoot them. But
You
throw something at them then.
you just got to keep it all covered. You cannot let let them know you're eating for one. So you got to hide. Just pretend you're on a diet and you're hiding from
I
somebody.
don't think the seagulls will believe you, to be honest.
Well, no. They no. Honestly, you can't fool them.
No, they're smart things. They are.
You have to either pretend or just don't let them see you doing it. They honestly, if you were eating half a pig, they'd take it away. Damn
I don't know how they do that. I only need a small army to pick up a pig. But
show them a fish, they won't know what to do with them.
well, it's called seagulls, but yeah, they seem to just be everywhere now, don't they? But right, we're very much cutting this fine now, so we're going to move to the last segment quick, which is our message of the day. I've forgotten that we need to translate last week, so let's go and do that now.
Should I do a verbal one?
We can in a minute.
Oh.
Welcome back. This is the last segment before we end it off because we're running a little bit over today. So last week, I'll be putting it up again in the middle. This was the translation. Aren't you a lovely looking family and you've got a lovely dog? Why haven't we seen her? That's the bit that I think you guys might not get. Bring her next time. Loves you, father. So if you got all of that, great. But I think that middle bit, even I was struggling a little bit with there. So now for next week's one, we're doing it slightly different. We're not going to have a text in the middle. We're going to have Grampy saying this one because it's apparently an old saying which seems to trick people out. So good luck. I didn't get it. So yeah, next week we'll reveal what it does actually mean if you want to know. So yeah, take it away.
Your tis. Well, it's a simple, really. I'll say it very slow. These cats and Z's very good cats. Did you get that?
Say it one more time, I reckon.
These cats and Z's very good cats.
Right, well there you are.
It's got it. It's
I think yeah. I mean that's going to be as good as it gets. So you heard it twice there.
ah.
I don't really
Or if I
understand
say
it.
it normal, like these cats and Z's very good cats. No,
No,
no.
yeah,
And I
it's
tell
not
you what,
going in.
it is understandable, ever so understandable.
Yeah, we'll see how the transcript, sorry, the captions go on that one, but I'll get rid of them. But
Ah, hmm.
I don't know what that's going to put. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching today. We will see you next episode.
Ah,
If you've got any suggestions or anything, please let us know in the comments. Subscribe, do all those things, great things. And we will see you next time. So it's thank you from Last on Tap. We'll see you next week.
all the best.